Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel for a Go Figure special. And today we're going to be taking a look at the best figures, the top 10 best figures of 2023. Now that's the top 10 best figures in my collection, not the top 10 best figures of all figures that have been released. These are ones that are in my collection. Another caveat as well is that you may notice conspicuous by its absence are hot toys. There's a reason for that. I'm a huge Hot Toys fan, always have been, and I have a vast amount in my collection, as you can see. A lot of the DC and Star Wars classics, a lot of the MCU stuff. But this year, my Hot Toys collecting has been focusing on some of the Grail pieces. I am not the world's biggest fan of the Disney universe, shall we say, and what it's done with those licenses. So my Hot Toys collecting this year has been focusing on, as I say, Grail pieces that I've been after a while, things like the Technoir Terminator, the Schwarzenegger Commando, reviews of which are on my channel. Yeah, so Hot Toys conspicuous by its absence. However, what I will be doing is taking an up-close and personal look, in no particular order, at my top 10 figures of the year. There isn't an overall winner, though, a number one slot. Without further ado, let's get down to the figures of 2023. And just before we crack on with the top 10 figures of 2023, I'd like to say a huge shout out to everybody who's liked, commented and subscribed and supported the channel over the past year. Looking forward to 2024 and bringing you a lot more reviews, retro stuff, and maybe some venturing into the quarter scale world as well. But yeah, a huge shout out to everybody for supporting the channel, and a huge shout out to William Wang, who supplied me with an awful lot of these figures. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on to the top 10. Okay, so here we go, and first up to bat is DJ Customs, Hugh Glass, aka Leonardo DiCaprio from The Revenant. Now, this is a figure that caught me by surprise. DJ Customs are completely new to me. It was the first figure in my collection. Came in late this year, and as I say, it really did take me by surprise. The overall quality of this figure, the shelf presence is there. For those of you who are new to my channel, there is a full review for this figure. A lot of the figures that we're going to feature today haven't already been reviewed, but those reviews will be coming up, so hang tight for those. But yeah, DJ Customs, a new one on me, and I was very, very impressed and still am with this figure. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It needs some weathering. The base itself is fantastic, but also needs some work. It needs the snow applying. I'll see if we can't get up close personal with this base. Very nice base indeed, with the turf on there, the twigs, the bits and pieces. The accessories aren't phenomenal, although this gold metal Academy Award is a nice addition. The accessories are good. The outfit is very, very good, very well tailored and very screen accurate, although it does need some weathering, as I mentioned. What really, really set this figure apart for me in 2023 was, apart from the screen accuracy, was the overall quality of this head sculpt. But by no means is it perfect, but boy, have they captured the likeness of Leonardo DiCaprio there. Perhaps could use a bit more weathering and scarring. But yeah, and also as well, it was a first for me because this convinced me that rooted hair does actually work. First rooted hair figure in the collection, I believe, and very, very well it is. Very well done it is too. But yeah, there you have it. That's I was going to say in 10th place, but they're coming in no particular order, apart from the number one, obviously. But yeah, great shelf presence, great quality, and yeah, a real surprise to me. So that's Hugh Glass by DJ Customs, aka Leonardo DiCaprio from The Revenant. So let's move swiftly on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have Present Toys. Yeah, I'm surprised myself that Present Toys actually made an entry into this top 10, but they have had some good figures out this year, considering that they work to a price point. It was a toss-up really between this and the Leon figure, which has only just come out, which is very, very good as well. They've also got a Bill the Butcher from Gangs of New York, another Daniel Day-Lewis figure coming out soon, which we're going to be reviewing on this channel when it arrives. Hopefully that will be before Christmas, but yeah, let's not cross our fingers on that one. So, why is this one in the top 10? Well, I think it's actually very, very good, obviously. I think Present Toys have done a phenomenal job here. Let's take a look at that likeness. Let's take a closer look at that head sculpt. I mean, that's what really, really sold it for me, because the actual the outfit and so on is relatively straightforward, but it's that head sculpt. Whether they recast this this sculpt, whether it's from another artist, I don't know. But Present Toys really, really did well there, and they're sort of doing the business in the tall grass with the big boys with this quality of head sculpt. But yeah, the outfit's relatively simple, but really impactful, from the famous sequence when the derrick blows up. He's oil drenched. As I say, outfit is simple. I've not got him on the standard base that comes with the standard oval base, simply because it's this figure deserves better than that, shall we say? But yeah, it's the quality of the tailoring. Capturing the likeness of Daniel Day-Lewis brilliantly with that head sculpt. Just a superb film, superb character, and some superb work from Present Toys. And considering, as I say, they work to a price point, and they don't have the kind of resources that your Hot Toys, your InArts. They're sort of middle of the road, these figures. They've done a phenomenal job, I think, here of capturing the likeness of Daniel Day-Lewis. So a well-deserved entry in the top 10 for me, anyway. So there you have it. That's Daniel Day-Lewis. There Will Be Blood. Present Toys take on the man himself. So without further ado, let's move on. Okay, so it's on to the next one, and what we're looking at here is the Org Toys Paul Atreides from the Denis Villeneuve film Dune Part 1. This is the formal version. Now, Org Toys was a new one on me. No experience of them in the past, so this was unknown territory for me, and I was very, very happy with it when it arrived. There was some consternation over the quality of that head sculpt. Let's get a little bit closer in there. Some people weren't happy with it. It's not 100%, whatever it is, but I still think as a representation of Timothée Chalamet in the movie, I think it's pretty good. Could be better, yes, possibly, but yeah, it's an overall package that's got this into the top 10. And first and foremost, it's not only is it the shelf presence, but it's that costume, that outfit is absolutely superbly tailored, as you can see. I don't know whether the camera's picking this up, but it's a beautiful sort of olive bottle green. The quality in the coat, in the hat, in just in the outfit overall is phenomenal. And the accessories, the base, it all smacks of class. And I was really, really impressed for a first outing, for me anyway, with Org Toys. So that's what's got this into the top 10, and I'm looking forward to Dune Part 2, which is due for release, I believe, next year. And also for fans of this figure, there's a up close and personal review of it in my videos. So if you're wanting to have this in a little bit more detail, feel free to seek that out. And also in the new year as well, we'll be looking at the Blitzway quarter scale version of the still suit version of Paul Atreides from the film as well. But yeah, down to this wonderful base that really does smack of class. I love the colouring on this base, the House Atreides colours, and the accessories aren't huge, but what they have in amount anyway. But the quality is fantastic, and I really do love this this light here with the battery operated function, so it lights up. But yeah, overall an exceptionally classy figure from Org Toys, and some fantastic work that's got it into the top 10. So without further ado, let's move on to the next. Okay, so next up to the plate is Caustic Plastic with their interpretation of Dale Cooper from the cult TV series Twin Peaks. This is the first appearance by Caustic Plastic in this top 10, but I have to say not the only one. What can I say about Caustic Plastic? Absolutely knocking it out the park, and have been doing for quite some time. their choice of figures, the quality of their figures is simply outstanding. So it was inevitable that they were going to be making appearances in my top 10. This particular figure itself, this is the deluxe edition. It's been reviewed on the channel, so check out the review if you want a more comprehensive look at this figure. But yeah, absolutely great piece here. A lot of the accessories that you can't see with this figure, and there are a lot of them. There's all kinds of things. There's weapons, there's coffee cups, there's dictaphones, there's files and photos. The list is endless. So accessories are exemplary with this figure. The quality of that base speaks for itself. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer in here. This wonderful diorama base of the shoreline where they discover the body of Laura Palmer. It also comes complete with a rather fantastic representation of Laura Palmer herself, if we can get in close on that, wrapped in plastic as she is found by the Twin Peaks police force. The quality is amazing here and the value for money is fantastic. The outfit is superb, with from the wired overcoat to the quality of the materials in the suit. If there's one niggle, maybe that head sculpt is a little, I mean, it's not off, it's the paintwork. Not quite as HD, perhaps, as let's say, something like Hot Toys work, but still a superb sculpt and some fantastic work here. Great shelf presence. A little bit obscure for some, I know, Twin Peaks being an 80s TV series, but for me it was a no-brainer, this one. Love the TV show, love caustic plastic, and absolutely love this figure. So there you have it. That's caustic plastic, Twin Peaks, Dale Cooper, and let's move swiftly on. Okay, so next up is the Iconic Studios Ryu from Street Fighter. Huge fan of Street Fighter. Takes me back to misspent youth, childhood in arcades. But yeah. Iconic Studios, where to begin with Iconic Studios? They really, really are knocking it out of the park, but particularly in 2023. And earlier on in the year, they came up with this absolutely amazing figure. Really is a stunning piece of work from Iconic Studios. The accessories themselves here, as you can see, is the Hadouken Fireball, and there's what looks like a rucksack, a carry-all for all his bits and pieces. The rest of the accessories were the hands and the shouty head. But what really, really sets this figure apart for me is just the overall quality, and particularly this body. This is probably, I would say, yeah, I'll go out on a limb and say I think it's the best body of any figure of 2023. The musculature, the rubber stroke silicon, I believe it's rubber, endoskeleton on top of the metal frame makes it amazing for posing, even though you want to be very, very careful posing this figure. Obviously, don't want to put too much pressure on that body over a period of time. It weighs an absolute ton. It looks absolutely 100% screen accurate. You've got the swap out hands, the swap out heads. The whole thing just smacks of quality, and as I say, Iconic Studios have really, really been knocking it out of the park in 2023. Shelf presence, well, that speaks for itself, and just simply a superb piece of work, and really shows what can be done within the 6-scale world. I know we're seeing a lot of silicon coming in now. I think J&D Studios are throwing their hat into the ring with high-end figures in art, trying to up Hot Toys. But it's great to see that studios like Iconic are still coming up with really, really amazing representations of movie stars, video game stars, and so on. And yeah, absolutely love this figure. Fantastic. I will never be parting with it. So yeah, that's it. That's the Iconic Studios Ryu. Let's move on. Okay, next up to bat is Big Chief Studios Peaky Blinders. We've cheated a little bit here, and there are two figures. Two for the price of one here, simply because I couldn't decide which one is the better of the two. So I went with both of them. Now, these come from obviously the cult TV show Peaky Blinders, and made by Big Chief Studios. And at this point, a bit of a shout out to Big Chief Studios, who unfortunately went under this year, which is a real shame. Because the quality of some of their work was phenomenal. We had a very long wait time on these, 2, maybe 3 years in some instances, from pre-order to actual delivery, which sort of went some way to suggesting that all wasn't well at Big Chief, but they will be missed. They're a great loss to the 6-scale world. I have a lot of the James Bond figures, and I think the licenses that they were handling, they were doing particularly well. So it's a real loss to the 6-scale world that they're no longer with us. But these figures haven't been reviewed on the channel yet. We will be doing a much more in-depth and up-close look at these in the new year. So stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. But yeah, where to begin with these figures? First and foremost, if there was an award for tailoring of 6-scale figures, if I was giving out an award for this year for the tailoring of 6-scale figures, then these two would most certainly win hands down. The quality on the tailoring on these is simply superb, from the suits, the shirts, the wired overcoats, the waistcoats, all the accessories, perfectly tailored, superb. I know that that head sculpt there that we're looking at, that Tommy Shelby head sculpt courted some controversy, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, is it perfect? No, but what is in this world? I still think they are a fantastic pair of figures and really capture the essence of Peaky Blinders perfectly. The bodies are great. As I say, accessories wonderful, and the shelf presence is phenomenal. And tailoring award most certainly goes to Big Chief Studios, and just as I say, a sad loss to the industry and the business. These are the signature editions here, which I only found out after ordering them are actually the original signatures from the actors themselves. So that's another nice touch there from Big Chief Studios. But yeah, a big shout out to Big Chief, and a real shame that they're no longer with us. But yeah, that being said, great pair of figures, fantastic in the display, love them to pieces, and so let's move on to the next. Okay, so next up, it's the second appearance by Iconic Studios. As we mentioned before, they've been knocking it out the park in 2023. So for their second appearance and a hot contender for Figure of the Year, didn't quite make it unfortunately, but yeah, it's the Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. Lots been said about this figure, and absolutely all of it is right. It's a superb figure. It's fantastic. Iconic Studios really went to town on the quality of the tailoring of that suit underneath the plastic overcoat there. The accessories are phenomenal. As you can see, we've got a briefcase, a phone, a 80s Walkman, a replica of the Huey Lewis and the News CD, a nail gun, a knife, a 6-scale business card, a full-scale business card. Even the box itself, absolutely phenomenal, with its interior diorama display. This is simply a superb figure. It really is from Iconic Studios. It has yet to be blood spattered by me. I've got some customization work to do on this. It's on the long list of things to do. But yeah, we're going to be getting some blood spatter on there. But yeah, lots been said about this figure, and I think it was most certainly worth the wait. And what Iconic Studios have produced here is an exceptional piece of work. That screaming head sculpt is truly scary. I'm going to be replacing the blood on this blood effect plastic on the axe with some proper blood. Well, not real blood, but fake blood, which I'll be using on the overcoat as well. But yeah, as I say, a hot contender for Figure of the Year. It's just superb. It really is. The body is fantastic. The head sculpt is spot on. The outfit superb. Accessories exemplary. Just really the full package here from Iconic Studios, and I'm looking forward to what 2024 brings from them. I do believe they've got their hands on the Highlander license, which I'm really looking forward to. I'd love to see what they come up with from that license. But yeah, judging by the standards of this, we are in for a good 2024 from Iconic. So yeah, there you have it. Patrick Bateman, Iconic Studios. Hot contender for Figure of the Year, but not quite hitting that top spot. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, so onwards and upwards to the next figure. And next we're going to be taking a look at Sideshow's Clint Eastwood, Blondie, from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Now, I mentioned before that we're not doing a top 10 per se, although there was a number one figure, there still is a number one figure. I'm sort of going to make an amendment to that. This is going to be a top three, and this most certainly is taking third place for me in my figures of the year. Now, Sideshow Collectibles aren't known for a number of things: their head sculpts, their price point, and just how quickly they can manufacture these things and get them out. But I really do think they've excelled themselves here, and I was actually quite surprised with the quality of the finished product. Having seen some of the early production shots, I had high expectations, and I wasn't let down. This really is an excellent figure from Sideshow. They've done some wonderful work here. That head sculpt is phenomenal. I really think it's captured the likeness of Clint Eastwood exceptionally well. Officially licensed product, as we all know. But the outfit itself is wonderful. That poncho, although it takes some finagling and fiddling to get it in a decent position, is amazing. The waistcoat, the jeans, the whole package is phenomenal here, and it really was well worth the wait. And it did take a little bit of time to get to me. I don't have it on the Sideshow base here. I'm not a huge fan of Sideshows, just hexagonal bases with nothing on them. This is a custom base. If you're wanting a closer review, a more in-depth review, there is one on the channel, so take a look out for it. But yeah, phenomenal figure from phenomenal film, and most certainly worth the wait. And I would highly recommend this to any Clint Eastwood fan, any fan of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. The tailoring, as I say, phenomenal. The body is very good. The accessories are superb, and the head sculpt matches that. So yeah, not an awful lot else I can say about this figure other than it really is outstanding, and is a deserving winner of third place in my figures of 2023. So there you have it. That's the Sideshow Collectibles Clint Eastwood in third place. Okay, so it was a close run thing for the top slot. This guy just got pipped at the post. Only just though. This is the Mars Toys prank villain, also known as the 1966 Joker from the original Batman and Robin TV show. And what an amazing figure it is too. This was my first foray into Mars Toys, and they're that good. I most certainly will be buying more. We've got him on the TB League Fights and Bloodshot base. Viewers of the channel will know it's one of my preferred bases, although the base that this figure comes with itself is very good. Just difficult to find at this point in time, so I've kept him how he is displayed normally within my display, flanked by Batman and Robin. Where to begin with this figure? The accessories, phenomenal. You get 3 head sculpts. The accessories are just amazing. You've got picture frames, you've got flowers, you've got this wonderful weapon that he uses on the UN to dehydrate them. It is just simply an amazing figure. The outfit is phenomenal. The quality of the materials used, the colours capture perfectly Cesar Romero in the TV series and in the film itself. Let's get a close-up look at that head sculpt. It really speaks for itself. I've got the sort of, I was going to say laughing, but it's not really a laughing expression. It's more of a sort of surprised look on his face. But I think the head sculpts are superb. The paintwork, the paint applications, the glassiness of the eyes, everything, even down to the moustache. There is a review of this, by the way, on my channel. So if you're wanting a little bit more in-depth and a bit more detail, please take a look at that. But yeah, even down to that moustache that was painted over because he refused to shave it off for the TV show. It's just a stunning figure. It really, I mean, it speaks for itself. I'll pull back a little bit here so you can see it in all its glory. It is phenomenal. Tailoring exceptional, paintwork exceptional, sculpt exceptional, and as I say, had it not been for one other figure, this could very well have been the top slot. But yeah, superb work from Mars Toys there. Hoping that the quality of the stuff that we see from them in 2024 will match this. I have him flanked by the 66 Hot Toys Batman and Robin, and it really, really does just, it dominates the display. It really does. But, you know, there you have it. That's Mars Toys 1966 Joker, as played by Cesar Romero, and a very, very well-deserved second place in the top 10 best figures of 2023. So let's move on. Okay, so here he is, number one, my personal favourite figure of 2023, and it'll be no surprise to viewers of this channel that it's a caustic plastic figure, and it's the Nosferatu. Yeah, where to begin with this figure? Head and shoulders literally above any other figure that I've landed this year, and simply superb work from Caustic Plastic. To say they knocked it out the park on this one is an understatement in itself. It is genuinely superb. That head sculpt is utterly phenomenal. We'll get up close with it. There's two head sculpts with this figure. This is the unhatted one. The paintwork, the sculpting, the outfitting, just phenomenal, utterly phenomenal. Everything that is good encapsulated in 1/6 figures here, and Caustic Plastic are simply in a league of their own at the moment with these classic figures. Accessories and base, amazing. These wonderful arms and some of the best sculpting in hands of this year. Forgive the pun, hands down. These arms aren't pegged. You actually roll these sleeves up. They go all the way up to the elbows. There's multiple arms. The paintwork is truly phenomenal on these, from the fingernails to the veining, the skin texturing. I've not seen anything like it in a 1/6 scale figure in a long, long time, simply for pure quality. You get the coffin with it, and as just encapsulating the atmosphere and presence of the F.W. Murnau film. It simply is, as I say, in a league of its own, this figure. Truly something to behold, and I absolutely love it, and that's why it's my figure of 2023. So there you have it. The winner is the undead, the Vampiri, Nosferatu himself. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching. What's coming up? We've got plenty of stuff coming up on the channel. We've got the Hot Toys Wolverine for review. Hopefully that will land before Christmas, and we'll find out whether it's as bad as they say it is. We've got the Present Toys, Bill the Butcher, Daniel Day-Lewis from Gangs of New York. That's coming up. The In-Art Batman, we know the Hot Toys version is out, so it's a question of In-Art getting their version out and seeing if they can up Hot Toys. We've got Redmond Dracula coming in to go in with this rather crowded now horror section that we've got going on. What else? We're venturing into the quarter scale world with the Ellen Ripley, Prime Studios and Blitzway quarter scale. Also, we'll be getting the Blitzway quarter scale Paul Atreides from June, still suit version. So that's all to come. Some of that will be next year. Hopefully some of that will be before the end of this year. So I suppose all it remains for me to say is thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I am sure people's opinions will differ to mine about figures of 2023. What's your favourite figure? Let me know. I'll be really interested to hear. But yeah. A huge shout out to everyone who's supported the channel this year, who's liked, commented and subscribed. Please do the same if you've not already. And all it remains for me to say is have a very, very happy Christmas, a very happy and healthy new year, and as always, happy collecting and take care of yourselves.